How am I supposed to love you? Welcome back, chaps, to the 58th episode
Yes.
of the Lifted Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes.
We're actually getting kind of close to episode 100 right now. I.e. we're 42 away, but feels like
Yeah, not that close, really.
feels like we're climbing, man. Madeira Pod, what did you think? If you've not watched it, we've actually just posted it this
you
morning.
mean the actual pod that we did in Madeira?
Yeah.
First of all, I'd just like to say apologies to our fans, because that was probably the worst pod we have ever done, ever.
It's an interesting one because when I got off the pod, we were both like, "Oh,
This is
that
terrible.
was shocking."
That was the worst thing we've ever done.
But actually, listening back to it, it was quite funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It was just a bit like forced.
We're probably just like it's a weird one. We just probably went into it without actually thinking what we're going to say here.
Yeah, we had zero plan, which is sometimes good. But I
Yeah.
think the combination of that and having an audience,
And the different setting, just everything was just different.
it did
I'm
look
pretty
quite
sure I was
good,
in my
though.
pyjamas as well, wasn't I?
PJs and
Toes out.
dogs were out as well.
Yeah, the live audience really did throw me off, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought it was at points quite a good addition
Yeah,
to chime in, but Fred just kept
saying
saying some
stupid shit.
Not that ruined it. It made it quite funny,
Yeah.
Fred, if you are watching. So
He's definitely not watching.
I don't mind it, but the it looked quite good. If we had a
Yeah, it
little
looks cool.
a little light in the front of that, it would have been
Yeah,
pretty bussing.
that light looks cool.
Yeah, we were saying if you've not watched, I mean you probably can't see that, but that's kind of what it looked like. We were saying when we were there, like having an apartment like that
Yeah, it's just ideal.
would be pretty freaking wicked.
Yeah, very aesthetic. Aesthetic PR, I'd say.
Yeah, or even an office that size.
Yeah.
would be class. You know, just
Yeah, like as big as
centre
the
bit.
living room area.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be very ideal.
not that it would make any difference, but it just feels a bit nicer, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Like in here when we do it, like, I do like the setup, but it is just a bit cramped. Like I'm basically resting on a wall here.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've not been into RT, they've got about 6 officers?
Think so, yeah.
5,
5 or 6?
5, I think, because we're now.
5.
I think
4.
we're now 4. Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, because we were 2.
So we were treatment room 2.
Yeah, 5. There's 5.
But obviously it's not actually that long, so you get 3 meters wide or something like that, maybe a bit more, 4 meters
And
wide.
they gave the barber's room to someone else.
Yeah, RT man, if you're watching, we're waiting for someone to get evicted,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Soon come.
slide in. But yeah, Madeira Pod. If you've not watched it, go and have a look. If you want to listen to nothing about fitness at all,
Yeah.
apart from towards the back end.
Overall, right, what did you rate the place, Madeira as a whole, out of 10?
I think obviously it was slightly affected by the weather.
Yeah.
However, I still did really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
same.
I think the island is actually really nice.
Yeah.
Is it anything necessarily that special? I don't think so.
No, but this might just be my lack of European knowledge and where I've been to in Europe, but I can't think of anywhere really that has that sort of level of scenery.
Yeah.
And it just, everywhere looked really nice.
For the size of it, it's outrageously undulated.
Yeah.
In terms of the landscape.
Yeah. I don't think I've been anywhere that's really similar. The only place I'd say is similar is the Caribbean, which is obviously... Oh, now we're in the pitch black.
Oh, sorry.
Great.
You're just getting some eye bags down low. Well, I was at least. I thought I'd.
So yeah, I'd say it was very similar to the Carib, which
Yeah.
obviously we've been to quite a few times. Straight away when we were driving from the airport to the Gap, it's it's giving Carib.
Yeah, especially what was that first island that I said, with the split seas.
St. Kitts.
St. Kitts.
It's very similar.
Very
similar.
mountainous, quite a lot.
Greenery.
Yeah, there's bananas everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So yeah, I think it's not like a place where you're gonna be. Maybe you would if it was more sunny, but even still, there's not that many beaches. Didn't feel like a place where you're gonna be chilling on the
You're
beach.
just gonna go and
that
lay on a
much.
beach. No.
Or sitting at, seaside bars and all
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's more like somewhere you'd go if you wanted to be quite busy.
Yeah,
Like you're zipping around different places. There's loads of places to go. For
Yeah.
such a small island, there's so many things to do.
yeah. I was kind of surprised that it almost feels like a place that would have that sort of like side of the sea, big
Beach
sort
club,
of like
yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
Not necessarily full of bars and clubs, but like full of cafes and
Yeah, there wasn't.
know.
We didn't really see anywhere like that, did we?
yeah,
It was more just really small towns.
yeah. Because unlike Havar, there isn't really a port.
No.
You know, like that kind of small boat. Well, small. But
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's no like marina sort
Yeah.
of area.
It was like there was a place where cruisers
Massive
would park
cruise
up.
ships would come in. Yeah.
Maybe around the island there is, but obviously we were in the main part, so like you'd have thought
Yeah.
that would be kind of the
Maybe it's just not that suitable for smaller boats because of the sea.
with the sea. Yeah,
Yeah. It's quite rough. But overall, right, if the weather was like it was on the first day the whole time, I probably would have given it like an 8.59
yeah,
out of 10.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy it. It was probably more like a 7.5,
yeah.
8.
It would have been cool to like actually go on a walk. And
Yeah, on
go
the hikes and that.
up a mountain.
Yeah.
We were on the last day, and we actually missed the turning to go to the botanical garden. So I was like, oh, we might as well just like drive to the top of the mountain. It was windy, but like at least to see some views.
Yeah.
We got about halfway up, and then there was a ravid looking dog.
A werewolf. It was a werewolf.
It was fully howling on the mountain.
And he was just running around on the road.
So we drove past that, and then it was following us. And then we got a bit further up, and there was just a tree across the whole road.
Yeah, and bro just leapfrogged it.
It
great.
did not care. So, yeah, I mean, it was a nice view to the point
Yeah.
we got up to, but I imagine actually walking all the way
Walking
to the top.
up the mountains is pretty ridiculous views.
Yeah. So, would I recommend? Yeah, I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
Um,
And the city's quite cool. Like
Yeah.
fun chow. Like it is quite.
it's not like it feels more like a large town, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not like a classic European city,
Yeah.
really.
You're not going to get. There's no like really tall buildings or anything like that,
No.
really. But there's a lot of nice cafes.
Probably quite a lot of nice restaurants that we didn't go to.
Yeah. We could have probably made the most of that a bit more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
We were just knackered every day.
yeah.
Well, at least at night. Like, it would literally get to about 10. HL's asleep on the sofa, and we're all just sat there watching YouTube, like.
And I'm still knackered now.
Yeah, same.
In
I think
an
it was
actual hole.
that travel day there. Just, you need, like, 2 days to
Yeah.
recover from it.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, Leo was... What time did we actually set off? About 1? 1
Yeah,
a.m.?
like midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we
uh,
didn't go to sleep until
Well-
11:30 the following day.
Yeah, other than on the flight, which I was absolutely...
He was on.
I
Man,
was-
that man was terrible.
Really?
It's one of them where, you know, when you're so tired, but it makes you, like, really uncomfy.
Yeah.
I was literally, like, nodding off, and then my head would drop, and I'd be like, it wasn't fun.
The front row was fully empty, where all the extra legroom
legroom.
seats are. So I said to the lady, I was like, oh, can I buy a extra legroom seat? She said, yeah, just sit down and we can sort the payment out later. So I said, yeah, that's fine. Literally, as soon as I sat down, I was asleep. And then I woke up when the plane landed. So then I just never
just
got
got away with
charged. She clearly thought, oh, this lad needs some kit.
He
Let's,
seriously needs some sleep. But yeah, the travel day was tiring.
Yeah. And then the other thing I'd say is, we mentioned it on the last pod, but the gaff was actually like a really good option.
Yeah, 100%. Wasn't expensive.
No. What was it, about, without traffic, maybe 5 minutes away from the centre of...
Oh yeah,
Funchal.
yeah, not far.
So it was a good location, and it was actually like really nice.
Yeah,
Like, I'd personally love to live in a place
I'd
like
live
that.
in that. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it was banging. No complaints.
So yeah, that's Madeira really. Since then, I can't lie, I've been freaking kind of stressed.
Yeah, yeah. When we've got back, it's been a stressful few days.
I don't know. I think
I think it's just on the run up to Christmas. Like, we're both going away over Christmas. We've obviously just been away. You were away for 2 weeks before that.
yeah,
It's just like all sort of like honed in.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
just give me
just
like
get
a
me
little
out.
bit of time.
Just- yeah.
Even just little things like I need to I need to tidy my room.
Yeah,
But
it's just you just haven't got time to fucking do it.
I mean, I probably do, but it's like I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do above that.
Yeah.
That's taking priority.
Yeah, and then you have to just take into account that you're knackered. So you're like, okay, do I just sleep a little bit longer? But then the jobs I need to do are going to take longer.
Yeah.
And then you just don't end up doing either of them. And it's just like, oh.
I think I've kind of been stressed out from the last day of being in Noosa.
Yeah.
Because on that day, the OC bank account got charged for like quite a few things that I just didn't. I just wasn't expecting to get, and it was all little things, but like it ended up adding up to like quite a lot, and then that just made me think, I feel like I'm out of the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because like at the end when you're away, obviously you're still working, but it's not the same as you're not doing the extra things. You're just doing probably what you need to get done.
Yeah.
And then it's like you feel like you're not progressing, but it's like you're on holiday. It's just like, oh.
It is a bit like. It's a bit like a time bomb that you've got to keep winding back the clock on.
100%. Yeah.
Like obviously from a client side of things and the check-ins and messaging people, etc. You're still on that.
Yeah.
I've had loads of people saying, "Oh, I didn't really even realise you're on holiday."
Yeah.
But
that's what it should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah. But the I don't know the small extras that you just sort of have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, and if you don't do it for a couple of days, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like again, like when we went to when we were in Madeira, and the night we went out one night, Thursday.
Yeah.
It was like probably from like 5 p.m. until the next day when we woke up at like 10:30. I'd not been on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And you wake up and you've got like loads of messages, and you're like, but we're meant to be leaving to go somewhere in like 5 minutes, and you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Instagram and they were like, I've got, I think they said 148 clients or something, which must be mental first of all. But I think the way they were doing it was like they basically replied to WhatsApp messages in the morning.
Yeah.
But then not throughout the rest of the day.
So they just do it every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I had that many clients, right, I feel like every time I sat down, I'd be like, right, I need to go on my phone and check WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Like every time you go out for food, right, I can't talk to people. I need to check WhatsApp.
I think the difficulty is if you only give like bigger feedback once, send a 5-minute voice note, whatever it might be. I feel like a lot of the time, let's say someone messages me with some sort of problem.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you can't just go, right, you need to do this, this, and this.
Yeah, it's an actual conversation that's needed. It's like back and forth.
Which obviously does take up more time, but like most of the time, I couldn't just give a voice note answer.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a direct question, like, oh, what's the difference between this and this?
Yeah, you can...
It's obviously pretty easy, but if it's, I'm struggling with this, then...
it needs to be an actual conversation, not just a one message.
Yeah.
And if you wait until the next day, it's like, well...
Yeah.
Problem's been and gone now.
How do you manage that with check-ins? You'll have heard some of mine yesterday where I'm like, oh, can you let me know on this, this, and this? Because I'm not really sure about what's going on right now.
I'll do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, I want to give them an answer there and then, but
you want to coach them the best, and it's like sometimes you need to hear like their side a little bit more.
Yeah.
To understand, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say similar.
Yeah, it's like for example, someone might say, "Oh, my chest has been particularly sore this week." That's good to know, but then you might also have to ask, like, okay, when was it sore? Was it carried over to your next session?
Yeah.
And then there's a load of following questions.
Again, it's like a conversation that needs to happen, not just a direct thing you can say.
Yeah.
Because there's so many variables that can impact it. So
if it's hard because if you, let's say you were coaching me, I'd be able to ask much better questions.
Yeah.
Because you've kind of got the knowledge.
Yeah, you sort of know what you're doing anyway. Yeah.
I think if you don't have that, which is obviously why you might have a coach.
Yeah.
At least for most people, like, it's not just an accountability thing.
Yes, they just generally don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So with that, it's like it's a much less of a loaded question. It tends to be very like open, which makes it take a lot more time to
understand
what the question they're even trying
actually is. Yeah.
or what the issue
Yeah,
is.
definitely.
Um,
Yeah. To be fair though, like what I've noticed with most clients is, especially when you go away, is there's so many messages I got where it'd be like form clips. They'd send them and then straight away they'd say, "Oh, obviously I know you're away at the minute because I've seen it on Instagram or whatever. Like, don't worry about replying."
yeah,
Which I do like because that makes me think that, like, when I'm not away, they are that happy with the
Yeah.
service that they're getting that they understand that you are just away.
yeah. But then you read it and you're like immediately worried about getting back to
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
know
As soon
you've
as I
said
see
that,
notifications come through, I'm like, shit. I need to get back to that.
Yeah.
But
I wish you
it's
was
one of
almost
them,
a way
innit?
on your phone to set like a notification sound to only go off when WhatsApp goes off.
yeah. Yeah,
'Cause-
because sometimes you get messages and it just sort of like slips through.
Yeah. Or at least for a short period of time.
Yeah. I think you can change it,
Can you?
for certain apps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It'll be cool, like, you know, when you open your phone and you see, like, the notifications.
Yeah.
If you could, like, just pin WhatsApp to the top
So
of
it's
that.
at the top, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'll get, like, probably 20 emails a day,
Yeah.
like, loads of different notifications from...
Yeah, if you've
From
not been on
everything.
if you've not been on your phone in a while,
Yeah.
it's like there can be loads there and it just sometimes slips through.
The other issue I've got at the minute, Harrison, if you're watching, mate, bro's got a new phone and for some reason his WhatsApp isn't working on the new number.
Ah.
So I've been having to Snapchat him,
Yeah, that's
which is like
terrible.
pretty stinky. And I mean, he'll admit this. He's pretty stinky at replying too. So
just gonna go for a quick wee. Sorry guys.
all right, mate. All right, dude. We're back. Do you want to get onto these
Cues.
questions that I've put together?
Yes. Yes.
So these are questions about the coaching process. Pulling back the curtain. Okay. Do you want me to just rip through from top to bottom, or
Yeah, go
do you
for
want
it.
me to pick some out?
It's up to you. Like if it's whack, then just leave it.
Okay. This is kind of surrounding training. How do you decide what someone should train, how often, and what the priorities are for that training program? That's actually quite a good question.
It is. So should we cover it in like little parts?
Yeah.
What was the first part of it? Sorry.
How do you decide what someone should train, how often, and what the priorities are? So basically, how often someone should train, and what the priorities are within that training block.
I think as a general rule of thumb for your standard client, I basically just get them to everything twice a week.
Yeah.
Other than lower, like it's very rare I will have, well, a male anyway, train lower more than once.
Yeah.
Or not, it won't be like 2 leg days.
Yeah.
They might have like a bit of a posterior day where they have some hamstring work in there or whatever, but in general, everything will get covered twice per week.
Yeah, I think that's quite kind of position specific with the people we get, because most people do want to grow their upper body. Not necessarily without growing the lower body, but they do want to grow
It's
that.
more of a bias, isn't it? Definitely.
And you still want to hit things 2 times a week, and most people don't train 5 times a week. So with that, you kind of then left with, if you do want to do lower twice a week, your only option really is upper lower,
Yeah.
which can get quite monotonous
I'm not
for
a
quite a
fan
lot
of
of
that,
people.
to be honest. Yeah.
I think it works well, but I think
Yeah.
it can be a bit like...
I think you just feel like you're doing the same session over and over,
Yeah.
almost, which you are, but
So you're essentially limiting yourself to the amount of choices you've got in terms of the split.
yeah.
So,
What do you put most people on if they're on if it's a 4-day split?
Yeah, it depends who it is. But it's usually like upper lower push pull.
Yeah, that's the same as me.
That's usually the go-to.
Yeah.
Mostly because a lot of people just enjoy that.
Yeah.
And it works really well.
And they're still getting to train their upper body twice.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll put in the lower session to be like quite a lot more quad biased.
Yeah.
And that
Have a
pull
bit more
session has some more, because like if you're doing a hinge and a curl on that pull session, like you're getting quite a lot more.
Yeah. To to me, right, I just feel like most people, your Gen Pop client, like, are they really bothered about having massive hamstrings?
Probably not.
Like, no,
Yeah.
not really. Like, as long as they've got some muscle there.
Yeah, I try to do sort of like subconscious programming as well, where on that posterior day, the hinge might be a deadlift
Yeah,
as opposed to like an SLDL.
yeah.
So then they're kind of actually still training a bit of quad,
little
but
bit of quad
without
from the
kind of
deadlift.
realising,
Yeah,
which I think keeps it fairly enjoyable.
yeah. I honestly think that one leg day is more than enough.
Yeah, you can grow your quads and your hams with
Yeah,
one.
easily.
If you're trying to like grow your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, like all super efficiently,
Yeah,
then I think you do need two. But to kind of get the staples in,
yeah. What would you do then? 4-day split female. Mine would probably be then upper lower, or push lower, pull lower.
yeah. I mean, sometimes we'll have two lower sessions and a posterior
Yeah.
session in.
Yeah.
So if you look at
I have Libby who does that. She's basically training legs 3 times a week.
yeah, but the key is to not like. I mean, I do think generally females can recover from a bit more volume anyway, but there is a bit of a key to not just do like a massive session
Yeah.
for every single time you train lower. If you are doing them 3 times a week, or else you're just gonna be
Yeah.
cooked. So yeah, Pip is on lower Monday, upper Tuesday, lower B Thursday, and then posterior on Saturday.
So is that 4-day?
4-day, she's training lower body 3 times a week, including that posterior session.
Yeah.
The thing you do have to do, like if you are doing that, you are probably going to have to train at a weekend.
Yeah.
Because it's not really possible to fit 3 lower sessions in 5 days.
Yeah.
You could do it, but it's going to be like pretty rough.
Yeah, that's part of the issue that me and Libby have had is she wanted to move to, she was doing 3 days, wanted to move to 4. I said, but she still wanted to be able to train legs
Yeah.
3 times a week. I said, right, well, you're going to do that. You got to be pretty regimented with the days you're training.
Yeah, I think you'd have to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Or that same block shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she does like, it'll be like glutes and hams, upper, then like a more like quad dominant day,
Yeah.
and then posterior again.
Yeah.
So it's quite
Yeah.
intense. So you do have to be careful with it, I think.
The other thing I'll do for that is like this posterior session, for example, it's ab crunch, lying leg curl, single leg kickback, 45-degree hip extension, and then a row and a pull down.
Yeah.
So it's still like heavily front loaded with glute work.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of.
I actually think most girls they're genuinely better off just training like 3 days a week.
It works, yeah.
Yeah, like I think for a female, they can get away with doing that more than like a male probably can.
Yeah.
Not saying that a male won't make progress off 3 days, but in terms of the female biases, like you could do 2 lower sessions and an upper, and
Yeah.
they're probably going to make pretty good progress.
Yeah, because there's less a range of priorities.
Yeah.
Like with blokes, it's like I want to grow my chest, delts, arms, back,
Yeah.
abs, and a bit of legs if you
Yeah.
can get that on as well.
Like with girls, it's just lower body, and then like delts and lats, I think is like
Yeah.
the main.
And there's not many females that want to get big traps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you program arm training for girls?
Yeah, somewhat,
Yeah.
but
They might do like 1 exercise for biceps, 1 exercise for triceps
Yeah.
in the week.
we're probably talking a max of like 6 sets in
Yeah.
a week.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever done it more than that.
Again, this is obviously like massively big picture.
Yeah.
Like some people will because
Yeah.
they will obviously speak to them and
Yeah.
see what they actually want to get from those sessions.
Yeah, we're not saying girls shouldn't train upper body.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if a girl wants to grow upper body,
Yeah,
great,
wicked.
fair play.
So yeah, how do you decide how often someone should train and what the priorities are? Priorities, first of all, to speak to them. Second
Yeah.
of all, ideally have a look at their
Need
actual
like
physique,
a physique consultation. Yeah.
see where they're at. Most people are pretty decent at kind of
Yeah.
saying that, but there's also biases. Like most blokes say they want bigger arms, and some people already have quite big
Pretty
arms.
big arms. Yeah.
And then how often, it's obviously based on their goals. If someone's saying they've got these massive goals but they only want to train once a week, obviously that's not aligned.
You gotta be realistic. Yeah.
And then B, like how much time they've actually got to be able to put into those sessions, or how many days they can do.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like if you know they can do 4 or 5 sessions, sick.
yeah,
Do it. Like Elliot, he does 5 sessions
yeah,
because he can do it with the time that he has.
yeah, it's feasible.
Yeah. Like he's working here anyway. He can train before his shift or after. It's easy for him to do.
I'd then say there's a bit of a experience scale as
Yeah.
well. Like some people will say they've got 7 days a week that they could train, but I might still put them only on 3 sessions a week.
Yeah. Especially if they're a beginner. Like, have you ever really started a beginner on
No.
5 days per week?
No.
Neither.
There's it would be too many exercises
Yeah,
to learn.
it's too
at the
much to
same
take
time.
in, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah. What's a common mistake people make when they try to train for fat loss versus train for muscle? Asking that question.
Yeah, like,
That's literally it. Nothing. Your training doesn't change.
yeah. What's a common mistake, though, that people might make?
Well-
The only thing that comes to my brain is, like, I don't think this is that much of a thing anymore, but people used to just, like, change their rep ranges.
Do you know what though?
It's
I think the people that are now within the like social media fitness side have got a reasonable amount of education to know that.
To know that's not true.
Like, I think you'd be surprised how big the percentage of people is that actually still don't know the small things like
Yeah.
that. Like I literally just heard a geezer here saying something. I won't say it because obviously don't want to out the bloke. But he was just saying to some people about how this thing is going to be better for fat loss than this thing.
It's like,
And this
just
guy was
can't.
like pretty jacked. Like,
Yeah.
he's not a complete beginner in the
Yeah.
gym. And it was just absolute bollocks. Like,
It is pretty mad, isn't it?
I walked past like, do I say something?
Just trying to fight your mouth from saying anything.
Yeah. But yeah, I do think like people do need to be reminded about this stuff because it's easy to think that everyone knows it, but I don't think they do.
No.
So to really summarise that, your training doesn't need to change, really. Still trying, at least the mindset around it, still go in to get strong.
Yeah.
Rep ranges don't really need to change.
No. The only time I would ever think about changing a rep range is maybe something like a press or like a hip hinge. Is like whenever I'm doing like a lower rep range set, if like the stability is just not there at all,
Yeah.
well then obviously you would just lighten the load.
Mm.
But potentially you could be like, okay, I'm going to just change the rep range to an 8 to 10 instead of a 5 to 8.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes when you are dieting, there's a bit less stability and oomph that you've got.
Yeah, but like, how common does that actually happen?
Yeah. It's not
To the
that
point
often.
where you have to change your rep range. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think
have
it's
you
pretty
ever done
rare.
it? No, probably not.
No. I mean, if you look at my rep range, I basically just run like...
Mine is a 6 to 10 on basically everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it works.
yeah,
I think there's a slight danger of when you run in the low rep ranges to have like a bigger risk of kind of changing your form over the time of
definitely.
running it.
But I think if you understand that, you can keep an eye
Yeah.
on it.
I almost feel now when I do high rep range stuff that it affects the rest of the session too much anyway.
Yeah. You just get smoked.
Yeah, like if I do one high rep set of, say, a bicep curl on my first set, my second and third are going to be significantly
Pretty
worse
bad. Yeah,
compared to if I was doing...
a 6 to 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like I have set rep ranges, but I don't really stick to them.
No.
I just have like a sort of mental note. I'm like, right, yeah,
This
got 10 last
yeah.
week. I'll just go a little bit heavier
It's
this
like,
week.
this one's a heavy one. This one's a light
Yeah,
one.
and this one, if I have a third set, this one's slightly lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's,
Sometimes I'll actually just run the same rep range throughout as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Throughout the 3 sets, you just go a bit lighter each time.
yeah, I do that a lot with like delt work and arm work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than getting off 3 sets of a lateral raise and then doing a fourth and it's a 15 to 20. Like,
Yeah.
you just
That's
don't
what-
want to do it.
That's what I was saying to Elliot. Like, just like don't deep the rep ranges too much. They're there as like a guideline,
Yeah.
but don't deep it too much. Like if you're in the rep range that's set, just go a little bit heavier.
Yeah. What does on plan actually look like day to day for someone on your coaching?
What if I had a client that they've been on plan?
Yeah.
They've done everything. It's as simple as that.
I think it's a bit more like, okay, like someone's got a meal plan.
Yeah, obviously if someone said to me they were like, oh, I did my training session, did my cardio, did my steps. With the meal plan, I changed a couple of meals, but was still within my macros, whatever. I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, that's on plan.
Yeah, so that's on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I'm not like, so I won't go, you've been off plan if you've swapped a meal
Yeah.
from your meal plan to something else that's matched up exactly the same.
I tried to take a bit of a different approach to like this labeling of on plan or off plan, because at the end of the day, actually everything is on plan if you've planned it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's true.
Which is like what I really try to encourage, making conscious decisions about stuff. So, let's say you're going out for a meal later on in the day. If you know that you've got that coming and you know it's going to be slightly higher calorie, you're not just going to not go to the meal so you can be perfectly on plan.
Yeah,
So then in that instance, what is on plan? Well, it's probably pulling back a little bit from the other meals, and it's probably making conscious decisions when you are out to
yeah,
get a decent option that's reasonably high in protein and, not too far out from your calorie target. So
Yeah.
although that might not be perfect, it's the best on-plan version that you could have had for
Yeah.
that day.
Do you have clients that sort of really stress if they do go off plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always try to say to them, like, if they've actually gone off plan, like if they went out for a meal but they haven't done something on like the lead up to it,
Yeah.
I always just sort of say to them, like, at the end of the day, like, I know this sounds pretty state the obvious, but what is the point in then stressing about it?
Yeah.
Like, at the end, it's not going to make much difference to anything.
Yeah.
Like, one meal.
Yeah. I then tend to ask, like, okay, would you have changed anything
Yeah.
in hindsight? And then what can you learn from that?
Exactly.
And as long as you do that, then
I think as long as they just understand, right, okay, they've gone off plan, it's probably not made too much of a difference to anything. But if you're doing it consecutively, like every other day, then you have to understand that is probably going to have an effect.
yeah.
And if they're happy with that, it means it's going to take them longer to get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I had a lad asking me about we've got like a chicken wrap / chicken sandwich, like a couple of different options for his lunch meal, and he's sort of saying, if I'm a bit tight on time, I probably could still make it myself, but is there anything too bad about going and grabbing a meal deal with a protein bar and kind of making the macros fit roughly?
See me, I just be like, if it's the odd occasion, no.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's you got to be careful not to provide the slippery slope.
yeah.
Um,
You don't want to sort of make them start thinking that the easy option is always just the best
yeah,
option.
Exactly. And like, yes, if you did make it yourself, it would probably be slightly more dense in micronutrition
Yeah.
and all this sort of stuff. So try to lean on making your food yourself and prepping it all. But I sort of said, like, it's not the hurdle at the minute that's
Yeah.
actually stopping your
No.
progress. So right now it's probably okay.
Yeah, just do it.
But it's a bit difficult from a coaching perspective to say, yeah, this is slightly worse, but like it's not really an issue.
Yeah, it's hard to sort of get the point across to like it's fine, but don't just be doing it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Next question. When do you decide whether to push someone harder or pull back a bit?
I'd say this is very person dependent.
Yeah.
Like for me, you get a lot of clients where potentially they might not be making as much progress as they want to,
Yeah.
but that's because of sort of their decision making around things and not being on plan. And then they end up saying in the check-in like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I want to push harder."
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you do that, that is just probably going to lead to worse results.
Yeah.
So you actually almost need to just find what the issue is first, why they're not being able to do what is currently set,
Yeah.
and then you can push harder once everything's nailed.
Yeah, there's sort of different personalities, isn't there? There's one side that always wants to push for more. That you actually have to say, "Nah, we're doing enough here." There's the other side that they need to push for more, but maybe aren't doing because
need to get things in place. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously that's kind of all a mindset side of thing, but
if you have a client, right, who let's say they're dieting, they're dropping weight, like, I don't know, maybe half a kilo a week, they're super dialed in, doing everything, and they're saying like, okay, like, I want to push a bit harder, whatever. Do you then do that?
it depends. It depends on kind of what their timeline's looking like.
Yeah.
I think.
I honestly think most of the time I will just push them harder.
If
If they are nailing everything.
Yeah.
And they're like feeling, for example, if they're dieting and they're feeling good, their training's going well.
Yeah.
Like, I probably will push them harder.
Yeah, if there's only positives
to come from it,
that, then you would do,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah. But sometimes I think people are almost a bit scared to probably do that.
Yeah.
Which I'd say I probably was at first.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think again
now,
it's a bit dependent. Like if someone's on 1,600 calories, losing half a kilo a week, you're probably going to go, actually, let's just try and ride this out for a bit.
Yeah.
But if they're on like 2.5,
Yeah, you're like, yeah, why not?
let's go to 2.
Yeah.
Like, send it.
Go for it.
Because they're still in a really good position to be able to like kind of make the most out of that.
Yeah.
You can always add food.
Yeah.
You can't always
Just
take it
take away. Yeah, I'd agree.
So when you've got the ability to do so, like if you're able to be consistent with it, just push.
Yeah.
What do you do differently for someone who's inconsistent versus someone who's consistent but not progressing? I'd rather ask the question of like, what do you do about someone if they're being inconsistent?
So for me, from general coaching experience, I would say if someone's not being consistent, it is most likely down to their routine that's not allowing them to be consistent. So I think that's always the first sort of point for me is, right, actually look at their routine and seeing how you can optimize that to make them be more consistent. And it doesn't have to be like, they don't have to go from being super inconsistent to nailing everything straight away.
Yeah.
It's just like you need to just get a little bit better.
Well, we were talking about this yesterday about this was aside from training, but about like systems.
Yeah.
And most people are significantly lacking in any sort of system to help them with their physique progress, which is like your routine. So like, do you have a system, a routine for when you're cooking and when you're training and all that sort of thing? And if you don't, then that's probably why, like, you've got nothing to stick to. So what are you expecting?
Yeah. I actually think, when, someone's super, super busy, like they have to be at work at a certain time, have to finish at a certain time, I honestly think it's easier to have a good routine then.
Yeah.
When someone says, I'm super busy, I just can't do it, I actually think it is easier to implement because you haven't got a choice.
Yeah. Most of those people do get really good results.
Like for us, I actually think it's harder for us to have a good routine.
Because we're able to not.
Because you're able to be like you got more fluid with your time.
Yeah.
So it's very easy, I think, for us to like fall off in terms of routine.
The key with those sort of people that are very busy is making sure they keep their head on when it does get even more busy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. And it's like going, I can definitely only train 3 times now. It's not even worthwhile going. Well, probably is for this short period of time.
Exactly.
I made some notes a while back on a post that someone did. I think it was that Ryan guy. I can't remember his name. From He used to be with
Pro
Pro
coach.
Coach.
Oh, Ryan Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did a list of reasons why someone might be struggling with adherence. And there's the headings, which I'll go through. I don't want to bore everyone, but psychological barriers, emotional and cognitive load, environmental factors, plan-related issues, psychological disruptors, communication gaps. So a brief outline of what they actually are in reverse order. Communication gaps is like not understanding the plan or being worried about being judged by telling your coach kind of what's going on. Then you've got the physiological issues. So that's like sleep, seriously fatigued, not very good recovery, etc. Plan related if it's too restricted or it just doesn't fit into their life, basically. Or even that maybe you feel like you've not had enough input into the building of that plan. Environmental is kind of like your social environment. So is someone or something making it way harder?
Yeah.
And then what was two more? Emotional and cognitive load, like if you're really stressed or like overwhelmed by loads of stuff happening at once. And then finally, psychological is like all or nothing mindset or low kind of self-belief about your ability to do that. So essentially, I like to go through that stuff, try and pinpoint where I think
they might be,
and then you can deal with that individual issue. But it's rarely just, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's almost always to do with something like that.
What do you think the most common thing is with people? I think for most people, it's like the all or nothing.
Yeah. I'd probably say that's definitely up there. I think quite a lot of the time there's a problem with people being, maybe it's they're unaware that there is a solution to this issue or not willing to kind of dig through that issue to find the solution, which kind of is linked to the all or nothing, like, oh, this hasn't gone well, so
just gonna throw the towel in.
Yeah, there's almost always something you can do. Probably say that.
Yeah, I actually think for me, like when most of my clients have a bad week, you actually look at their week and what the issue's been. Like, okay, they might have picked up an injury, so they couldn't train.
Yeah.
So it's so often where, okay, you can't train for a few days, so they just throw the towel in. Yeah. They're like, right, well, I'm not going to track my nutrition. I'm going to do my steps, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, okay, you're not training, but you might be missing out then on 20% of the progress that you could still make.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just keeping the head on.
A lot of it is just keeping your head on, isn't it? Yeah.
Like if they're dieting and they can't train for 4 days, but they can still track their food, whatever.
Yeah.
They can still make a lot of progress over those 4 days.
Yeah.
So.
Should we do one more?
Yeah. Keep yawning. I'm really sorry, guy.
Let's do this. What do you think your most successful client journey has been, or kind of biggest change, transformation?
Probably Brad. Yeah, probably Brad.
What he lost?
I think Brad was. I can have a look. Because he wasn't on one fit at first, was he?
This isn't a rating of effort, by the way.
This is what I mean. I feel a bit bad answering this question.
If other clients are watching, this isn't a.
I don't think. Like when I actually think about it, there hasn't been a client who hasn't made like really good progress, unless they've signed up for like 2 weeks and then been like, actually, I can't be arsed.
Yeah, this is more of a.
I can't find it.
This is more of a thing about like where they started versus now.
Yeah, so I think he was about 130 kilos, and then he got down to like 80, low 80s.
Yeah,
which is obviously a pretty big shift from a guy who's like quite young as well.
Yeah.
I think he's like 19 now. So at that point he was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Like obviously he's going out. Like he managed to do that while still living a normal life of a 17, 18-year-old, which is nice.
That's a fair effort, to be fair.
And I think just the way like I saw him change
Yeah.
was like quite a big thing.
Yeah.
I could just tell he was more confident and like
Yeah.
everything was just sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play, Brad, if you
It
watch
was
it.
nice for him to come to the
team meet,
the
exactly.
meet as well.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't have done that a couple of years ago.
exactly. Yeah, well, that was the first one he'd been to,
Yeah.
and he's been on for like 2 years.
Good shit, Brad.
Yeah.
It's cooking.
What about you?
I don't know. It's like you say, it's tough because there's some people that have started in a decent position and got to a position that's like unreal,
Yeah,
and there's other people that have started in a pretty bad position
Yeah.
and got to a position where it's like sick.
Yeah.
We're like now healthy and
yeah.
you've got Chris, like that lad that was pretty heavy, lost like 50 kilos.
Oh yeah.
That's obviously someone that was in like a position where like you actually
Damaging
worried.
your health. Unfortunately, it sounds harsh, but it's true.
And he got to a point where he was significantly healthier. He could do press ups. He could
Yeah.
walk about and not get out of breath, etc.
on like the surface, to like and just like your general person, if I'm like,
Yeah,
but like that is a big
yeah.
thing.
And look, it would have been wicked to work with him for 10 years,
Yeah,
but people can't. Obviously, some people can't do it for that
Yeah.
long. So you might see him now and think he looks like a normal bloke.
yeah,
But that's such massive amount of progress compared to where he was. And then on the other side, you've got people like Nick, who was already pretty fit, good at running, etc., but then did a 50k. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty outrageous. Or like Doty,
yeah,
who got like
Lean.
outrageously peeled.
yeah. I think a lot of the time it's the ones that always come to your head are the people who've gone through like a big fat loss.
Yeah,
So that's where you get like a lot of visual change. But there's so many clients who have done like gaining phases,
yeah,
and it's still been just as impressive, but just for different reasons.
yeah. I think one of the biggest traits that I see in like the people that are successful is a bit of an edge of competition,
Yeah,
a bit of competitive nature.
yeah,
Like if they've got that and they're asking like, oh, what can I do? What can I do? What's the next thing? Like how do I progress more?
yeah. You've just got to have a really strong reason why.
Yeah, just give
Otherwise,
it some
you are
beans,
not going to
lads.
do it. Yeah, like it's just if you just send it for like 2 months,
Yeah,
I guarantee you will then be like not addicted to the process, but like
yeah,
you will enjoy it.
yeah. Just commit to it.
But
Man.
if you just dilly dallying around for the first couple of months,
Yeah,
you're not going to see the results you want to see. Therefore, you're not going to feel that motivated to carry on.
yeah, 100%. That leads us to the sponsor of this podcast, us. If you do want to get involved with coaching, there's a link below, and if you fill it out, it's like name and email and that. We'll get in touch and we can have a chat about how it might work for you. Wicked, man.
Sound good.
See you in next week's episode.
When's this going out? Friday.
Yeah, I think so. Or unless we delay it.
Yeah, we should have probably scheduled the Madeira for this Friday and this one for next Friday.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we might
we'll
have to
see.
just do one more.
Anyway, see you in a bit.
Bye bye.